I recently made a video about the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer, and that got me thinking, could I survive Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Let's get into it. Actually, it's rendering right now. Say you have no money, you're in need of a job, and you just need somewhere to get some money at. And then that's when you get a knock at your door, and you see an article on the floor as soon as you open the door that reads, "Help wanted, grand reopening, vintage pizzeria given life. Come be a part of the new Freddy Fast Food Pizza. What could go wrong? $150 a week. Call to apply." That $150 made you interested in the job. So you apply, you call the number, you apply for the job. So you get there and they say that you're a night guard. So you have to work the nights, look at the cameras, and look and make sure nobody moves and nothing's happening. Notice how I said nobody moves? As soon as he would have said something like that, I would have said nope. Because what do you mean the animatronics move at night and they say it's their little security function? Assuming I don't just go home immediately, let's say the night gets started. Let's say the night starts, it's a little calm night. Night ones never really happen at night once.
Okay, so the first night is never usually that bad in any of the games, so I'll play through.
So, say I somehow make it past night one. Some details. There's no doors in FNAF 1 like there. FNAF 2 is like there is in FNAF 1. There's one big open hallway. You have two vent lights on your sides. So that's gonna creep me out even more, and I only have a mask to keep me safe from killer animatronics that I don't know about yet. And so night one, easy money. So I go on to the next day, I go home, I tell my mom, I tell everybody, oh my gosh, I have a new job, I'm a night guard, and I have to watch these animatronics. I have to watch the cameras. It's really easy. Night 2 comes around, and I'm just looking at the cameras. I make sure nothing's happening, nobody's entering the building, or nobody's trying to break in. And I look at the show stage, and I realize somebody's gone. I realize that one of the animatronics are gone, and I don't know where they are. So, immediately I'm gonna go into fight or flight panic mode, and try to find where the other one is. Cause what do you mean that these deactivated animatronics that shouldn't be moving at night and that only entertain kids in the daytime, one of them is gone. So I'm flipping the cameras, 1, 2, 3, A, B, A2. I'm trying to find where one of the animatronics are. And I realized that he moved down a room. Down a room that's closer to my room. So I'm sitting there like, what? I didn't know these animatronics move at night. Nobody told me that. So I'm sitting there scared. I only have a flashlight, nothing on me. And these are new and improved animatronics. These are like almost toys. So it's like they have a lot of speed and agility and a lot of strength too, because they're built out of, well, I forgot what they're built out of. They look like plastic, but it's animatronics, metal probably. Once I come to terms with the fact that Bonnie is gone, once I come to terms that one of them is gone, probably Bonnie, okay, no big deal. Knowing me, I would have left during the middle of the night. I'm not gonna lie, I would have left in the middle of the night. I'm just like, I would try and leave in the middle of the night, but I'll realize that, like, they move. So if they see me, they might try to attack me, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of stuck in there. But once I come to terms with that, I look at the show stage, and another one's gone. Now at this point, I'm just panicking. I don't know what to do. I want to leave. I'm not gonna lie, I'm crying. I'm crying because I don't know if I'm gonna make it home safe or not. Once I realized that one of them was gone, probably Chica, I try to look for where Bonnie went, and he's no longer in the same area. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm sitting there panicking. It's so dark. You guys don't realize how dark it is in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It's super dark. Probably not as dark as FNAF 1, but it's super dark in FNAF 2. And it's because, bro, it's at night and it's a big old building. Of course it's gonna be dark. So once Bonnie is gone from camera 109, he goes to camera 03, which is a lot closer to my room than I can actually think. And then Chica, she moves down from camera 109, the show stage, to camera 07, which is down the hallway to the right. That's literally from my office, down the hallway and to the right. That's where she is. Bonnie is down the hallway, and a little bit before you hit the right, you hit a left. That's where he's at. So I could have seen him Let me scoot back up. I could have seen him moving to the room that he is in right now. I didn't check the lights because I didn't know that these animatronics can move at night. So now I'm gonna check every single light. But then I realized that my flashlight has a battery on it that is not really a strong battery. So I'm flashing my light. I realized that I lost a battery. I have 4 batteries and now I'm at 3. And right now it's probably like 2 a.m. So I have a whole another few hours to go. And just knowing me, I'm gonna get so tired. But that adrenaline rush from noticing that both of those animatronics are gone, I'm gonna wake back up. What? So I'm running off of pure adrenaline and I'm just sitting there just like, oh, what do I do? Because at this point I think I'm gonna die. Because it's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. There's 2 animatronics after me. And probably more, you don't know. So I'm sitting there checking the cameras, and then an hour goes by. It's like 3 a.m. now. I've calmed down a little bit. Bonnie's still in the same room, Cheek's still in the same room, and I'm just checking the cameras, and then I realize my camera start glitching. I'm like, why is my camera glitching? So I check where Bonnie is, and he's no longer there. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I flash my light down the hallway, and I see Bonnie down the hallway moving to another room. Now, me personally, if I seen that happening right in front of my eyes, I would have literally froze. I wouldn't have known what to do because, it's a killer animatronic that's 2 times my height. They're strong, they have a lot of agility, and it's just looking at me, passing me, going into another room that's like close to my vent on my right side. I'm just gonna trip out because at this point, I'm assuming he's gonna go to the vent. Because why would he not? He's going into the room that has the vent in it. Why would he not go to the vent? And I go check where Chica is. She's no longer in the same area either. So I flash the light down there again, and I see Chica doing the same thing as Bonnie. So at this point, I know that these animatronics are trying to kill me. But as soon as I realize that these animatronics are trying to kill me, I remember what the dude on the telephone said to me. He said, if you put on a Freddy Fazbear mask that's right next to your desk, you should be okay. And they should confuse me for Freddy. I'm just sitting there like, I don't know if that's actually gonna work. So I have this mask on the entire time as soon as I realize that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, as soon as I flash that hallway and I see them, I'm putting that Freddy Fazbear mask on. I don't care how hot I get. I don't care if I can't be able to breathe. I am keeping that mask on for the entirety of the night until I realize that they're gone. So I decided to check the cameras again. I check where Bonnie is. I see this man trying to go into the vent, exactly like I said. Bonnie is trying to go into the vent so he can go through the vent and try to kill me. At this point, I'm glued to the chair. I'm not getting up for anything. And it's just like, what am I gonna do? So about another hour goes by. It's 4 a.m. now, and I'm getting really tired. I take the mask off a little bit. I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but you don't know how heavy that mask is, and it's a Freddy Fazbear mask. So I'm not gonna keep it on for the whole time. So I take it off, and I hear another vent noise. So I check where Bonnie is. I check the vent camera. Bonnie's in the vent, right next to my right side. He is in that vent, and I see his little blue eyes, or I forgot what color they were, green or something. I see his little eyes, and I see him climbing through the vent. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's over. I'm gonna die. So I throw that mask on again, and I see him peeking through the vent at me. So I'm like, I'm looking at Bonnie, he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, looking at me, not looking at him. He gets up, walks towards me. I'm sitting here like this, in the Freddy Fazbear mask like this, and he stares at me. And then he turns around, he walks down the hallway, all the way back down to the show stage. So I check that camera, I'm like, that mask actually worked. I check where Chica is, she's climbing into the vent. It's about like, what, 4:30 now? She climbs out the vent, she does the same thing as Bonnie, stares at me with a little beady eyes. I would have got scared right there, I would have tripped out. And she did the same thing as Bonnie. I'm like, oh, so this Freddy Fazbear mask actually works. So after that, it's about 5 a.m. now. I take off the mask, and I realize that I should be okay if I just keep this mask on. So I realized that Freddy is gone. I'm like, what do I do for him? He's literally Freddy. How am I gonna confuse Freddy by being Freddy if he's Freddy?
Wait, what's going on here?
We're looking for the night guard. He's the night guard!
Pretty sure that's Freddy.
But the thing about these animatronics, they don't really move a lot. So Freddy moves and he's only in like camera 07. So he's down the hallway to the right where Chica was. And he only moves about like maybe an hour. So it's 6 a.m. now. I hear the bell noise. I get up. I slowly walk outside. No, I slowly walk down the hallway. Have my flashlight in my hand, flashing everything, and I slowly walk outside. I'll slowly walk past the animatronics, make sure they're not looking at me, and make sure they're not moving. I lock the door. I run to my car. I lock the door. I put in the key, and I drive home. I'm never coming back for another day. I'm not even gonna get my first paycheck. They can fire me all they want. I'm going home and I'm never showing up. I don't care how broke I am or how anything. I'm not gonna risk my life for that, no. And it's crazy because FNAF 2 is literally my favorite Five Nights at Freddy's, but it's the most chaotic and the most animatronic. So it's just like, no. I'm not living another night to see Withered Chica. I'm not seeing another night to see Withered Bonnie. I'm not seeing another night for anything. As soon as them animatronics, if I see them move and I don't get up and leave, I'm not coming back for another day if I somehow survive. And by the way, I'm keeping the marionette wounded up this entire time. I haven't forgot about it. So I hate the animatronic. I hate that animatronic, so I'm gonna keep her wound up. But yeah, that's how I survive Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I feel like this is the only time we actually survived the game. Is that true? Because I didn't survive 64. I didn't survive 3D World. I didn't survive Super Mario Bros. Wii. I didn't survive Mario Galaxy for anything. I feel like this is the only game I actually survived. That's good. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going, guys. Let's keep this going. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just had this video idea because of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer. If you guys want me to see do another Five Nights at Freddy's game or any other game, just comment down below. I would do it, of course. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Back it up, 223 gon' make a back it up. 21, tryna strip a nigga, gotta change my outfit. Ain't black enough. Yeah, Boulder Crest Road, Glenwood Road, name a